Who want to attend Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem don't need to stress out over the SATs. The university announced today it will no longer require an SAT or ACT score on applications. This is the latest in a growing list of schools to make the move away from standardized tests. And for more on what this means to prospective students, let's go live now to NBC's Tracy Potts in Washington, D.C. Tracy, I've been through this whole thing as a parent. My son's heading off to college this fall, and it's as hard on the parents as it is on the kids, I think. But you've been digging up information on this story all day long. Tell us why colleges are dropping these test requirements.
Well, you know, Dave, kids really get stressed out, as you experienced, with these SAT scores, ACT scores. They're a separator of who may or may not be admitted to a school. Well, what the school admissions officers are finding is that, A, they don't think the scores are a very good predictor of who will do well in college, and B, sometimes they think that the tests themselves are racially and economically biased, preventing them from getting a more diverse student body. Bottom line here, there are a lot of pieces of the pie when it comes to college admissions. Your grades, which everyone, even the SAT, the College Board, agrees are #1 in terms of predicting how well you'll do. Activities, essays, interviews, and they just don't think that these scores, at least at Wake Forest and some other schools, they just don't think that these test scores are doing a good job. So they say it's optional. If you do well, send them in. If you don't worry about it.
Yeah, what about larger universities here? Are they doing this as well? We know Wake Forest is doing it, but what about some of those larger schools out there?
Most of them are not. There are no major universities, especially when you consider major competitive universities, what you might call the top tier, that have made an announcement like this. And some critics say there's a good reason for that. Besides just making it easier for students, they allege that schools like Wake Forest are trying to attract more students. They're trying to get a larger student body, trying to get more kids, more diverse kids in there. So they waive this requirement, hoping that they'll get a flood of applications. You don't see that going on at larger schools that are more competitive. So, you know, that's the argument of critics, that they're just trying to get more students into the school.
Yeah, I don't have a doubt in my mind that Wake Forest is going to get flooded with applications if they don't have to take the SAT or ACT. Interesting, though. Tracy Potts, appreciate you being with us from NBC.
Sure.
The time